Actually, it's almost 11 o'clock now. I've been doing some research and study first a little bit this morning. Haven't had breakfast yet. I'm starting to get a bit hungry, but at any rate, just wanted to give a quick update on the turning a deer skin into leather. Here we have it the following morning. Last night I decided to put this crate with these logs on top of the bucket because there was some concern that let's say bear perhaps, or a coyote would become interested in this bit of organic material, deer skin soaking in water, and I didn't want to come out the next morning and find that it was added to the other collection of present lawn debris. So, very quickly here, I've discovered that there's only so much video that I can take before I have to both recharge the camera and also make more space. So I'm just going to take off these logs here and put them to, even if I don't really get to doing much, or if not, the deer skin to the carriage house. So those will eventually make for a nice warmth in the fireplace. Or something else. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and get this crate off here. Here we have our 10-gallon bucket of presently fermenting deer. Set that there for right now. Not particularly aesthetically pleasing. But okay, so I'm just going to leave that there for now and maybe just throw this little piece of whatever it is over there so it can dry out and let nature sanitize and sterilize it. Alright, what I wanted to show you, though, as far as my next step in the process here is I was out here, over here in the mosswood, actually, part of the area for which this place is named, and I'll show you and mix it with water and cook it, steep it like a tea, and you can use it to dye clothing, purples and gold, I believe, purples and deep gold and yellow. So there's some more moss on the wood out here and mosswood, whatnot. But okay, quickly with regard to the next part in the process of the deer skin into leather is that I need to get a surface, just like if you notice this fallen down tree here, right here, this one, I saw this one. I have learned that I need something very similar to that. Of course, I could use a piece of PVC, which I've seen people do, but I don't think I want to spend the money. I don't really have the money to spend on that, but plus I'd like to keep things as natural as possible. You can see here where this tree fell over at some point or another. Still alive, though. You can see this stuff coming up out of it. There must be roots that have gone in or stayed into the ground, and there are parts shooting up all along here. You can see how this, you can see here, this is all alive right now anyways, even though the whole thing here is tilted way down. There are bits that are shooting up from it that are alive. But I am going to harvest this tree completely, and eventually the parts, and then I'm going to turn it into useful things. The first of which is going to be a post. This here, as you about perfect. I'm going to cut it about right here and down about here somewhere so that I can lean this post up against a wall, and then I will lay the wet deer skin over it like so. I will basically lay it over it so that it's laying on top of it, and then with the first side down at first, I will use something that's blunt, not too sharp, like a knife that I can use with both hands, and with this sort of elevated, I will reach in with both hands like this, and I'll have the skin will be laying over this like that, and over on that side, and I will scrape away the meat and fur off of the deer hide using this nice smooth, it's nice and smooth, well, it's not nice and smooth now, it's still got the bark on it, but it's got a nice round shape here, and there aren't a lot of you know, like knots, like right up here. I want to come down just like this, and this is how it was traditionally done, or one simple way it was traditionally done, and so that's the method I plan on using. So I'll just have to cut this into a more manageable size, here, this particular bit of tree, and then I will just smooth out a section right in along here. I will smooth this out and make it nice and smooth so that I don't damage the deer hide at all as I'm continuing to work it into leather. So, basically, got my axe there. Here you can see it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my glove on. Well, I'll put my glove on later. I'm going to stop this after I get started on the work, but my intent is to, I think I might chop it right here above, either right above or right below this node here, and I could just sit right here, which would be quite comfortable. I could just sit right here and do the work, but it is going to get cold any minute now, although this week's supposed to be pretty nice, so I'm going to make this a mobile piece of equipment, furniture really, by cutting it here and about right down here somewhere, right down here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just show you, this is what I'm going to be using here, this axe, this hand axe, because I don't have a felling axe with me. I left it in Virginia. So I'm going to start off with this here and just kind of like start off by taking off a piece like that, maybe smoothing out some of these little tiny bits there, and then I'm just going to start right in about here, and I'm going to be just starting to hack away there. Now I'm going to stop this in just a few and save my battery, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I'm doing here in the next part of the process. This is going to take a little while and some doing, and I've got to go and measure up for Ramona's porch. So, it's kind of nice weather today, this week. It's supposed to be nice weather. I just wanted to make some progress on this because that deer skin is going to need to be dealt with sooner rather than later before it begins to putrefy. And let's do that there and turn this off, and we'll see how this is coming along a little while later. All right, au revoir.